Home labbing, running a bunch of quality of life services like cloud storage, video streaming or lately LLMs on your own computer infrastructure. But you know what the general problem with computers is? It's that they are expensive to buy, expensive to run, and they are noisy as hell if you chip out on the components. Also, what mortal has the space for storing a bunch of computers in their rented space? How about ARM SBCs then, like the Raspberry Pi? These are little, capable and most often fanless machines that can also make a great home server. Okay, but still, no matter how small it is, it takes up extra space. Well, what if it doesn't have to? What if I managed to squeeze 2 computers into a single case? This video is exactly about that. This is the Orange Pi 4a, a Raspberry Pi form factor, single board, octa-core ARM computer with 4GB of RAM. It comes with a bunch of quality of life features like AMC support for reliable storage or dedicated M2 port for full-length NVMe SSDs. This little monster will become my main home server, but first we need to mount it somehow. And this is where the Project ARM Bay comes in. Are you familiar with the recent mini-rack trend in the home lab space? Well, I did just that, but the exact opposite. Instead of pulling all the computer junk out of the case and putting it in a rack, I've just added yet another computer to my computer. The ARM Bay is essentially a 3D printable housing for a regular PC optical drive bay that accommodates a single board computer, a gigabit switch, a UART adapter, and a few keystone extensions. I've managed to encapsulate quite a few features into this thing that I'm quite proud of, including the unibody rails with a compensation mechanism built in, the whole contraption slides on, just like in real server. A locking mechanism built into the handles. A front status light panel that works by transferring the LED lights from the PCBs via fibers. And above all, that I managed to fit everything into a 5.25-inch optical drive bay. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Okay, but how does this contraption work, you might ask? Well, I've added yet another set of ports at the back of the computer via a dedicated PCI slot keystone adapter. Some of the ports, like the Ethernet ports, are connected directly to the keystone extensions in the ARM Bay front panel. Others, like the USB-C port for power, are connected to the Orange Pi internally. The USB ports are counterintuitive, as the rear one is connected to the Orange Pi internally, while the front one is connected to the main computer's USB header. The UART adapter is also connected to the host PC motherboard, so I can access the Orange Pi without any extra configuration. This is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to learn more about this whole contraption, check out the video description, where I linked my last blog post that goes into detail about this build. The short version is, both the main computer and the SBC are connected via Ethernet switch and only a single Ethernet cable goes to the wall outlet. Both computers can be powered on independently of each other, and the SBC can be accessed from the host PC via UART shell. Addressing the big metal box in the middle of the living room, why do I need an ARM SBC if I have a whole computer as well? For the reasons I mentioned at the beginning of this video. It's noisy, power hungry, and stands in the middle of my living room. I launch it if I need more computing power, but for a small server running 24/7, a silent ARM SBC will be totally sufficient for my case. In this video, I'm only discussing the hardware, but I plan on releasing a video regarding how I configure this contraption once I finally do it. So, please subscribe to the channel if you are interested in that. As we are approaching the end of this video, I've got one more piece of information to share. The whole ARM Bay project is open source and can be downloaded for free from Thingiverse, no strings attached. The links for the ARM Bay and PCI slot adapter can also be found in the video description along with the previously mentioned blog post. This is all for this brief introduction to the hardware part of my latest ARM Bay project. Like the video if you enjoyed it, or leave a dislike if you didn't, and subscribe for more cursed computer related content. Thanks, Timax.